Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video on Bitcoin this Monday morning. Hope you all had a great weekend. And yeah, we're going to do a full update on Bitcoin here. I mean, today it's a relatively quiet start of the day. We had some de-risking, or at least we had some positions being closed when we went from Sunday into Monday right here. Mostly long positions. So now you can see that Bitcoin has fallen below the value area high again, so it's back within the range right here, which we also held for the majority of last week right here, right? So that we broke down below last week Thursday, but that we recovered already on Friday morning again. So yeah, we're in that balance now. We are at the top of the balance, right? So then you would suggest it's most likely that we are going to fall down to the bottom of the balance. That is most often the case, and then the main question becomes, well, right, if that's the normal case, right, so that we are in a balance, in a consolidation, and we're at the top of the consolidation, and we just had a fake out, or at least I'm not sure if you can call this a fake out, but at least we had a deviation above the value area high, a deviation above the range highs. If normally it is most likely we're going to drop down, is there any reason to suspect that's not going to happen, right? And that there actually is enough strength in the markets, or in this case for Bitcoin specifically, to actually push up higher. And first of all, I do think that is a possibility, right? Because if you go back to Thursday until yesterday evening, there actually was quite a lot of strength for Bitcoin. And especially on Friday and Saturday, there actually was quite high volume as well. And then yesterday, the volume was a little bit lower, which is also one of the reasons I think the breakouts did not actually stick. But I do think with that strength, we can break out. The thing is, and by the way, the equity markets would also go with that. Pre-market, the S&P 500 is trading relatively higher here, as you can see. So that's fundamentally a good sign. The thing is if we're specifically talking about today, look, Monday normally is not a day where there's a lot of activity. The open of today's price has been within the value area of yesterday's price, which is usually an indication of stability as well. And then, like I said, if we just go off of the technicals, we have low volume right now. We're at the top of the range. There's no real reason I can see right now, except for the strength of the equity markets and Bitcoin over the last 3 days, to suspect that we're going to break out. But that's not enough, right? Because you also need to see some new leverage coming in right now, which is not the case. You also need some new volume coming in right now. That's also not the case. Volume is quite low. And we know that Monday usually is a bit of a bearish day, right? Bearish, neutral maybe. So therefore, I would say at this point of time, it is most likely that we're just going to slowly pull back into 105,000, the 7-day rolling VWAP at 104.5, and then probably also the value area low here towards 104,000. And I do think from one of those levels, let's say around 104,000, I do think we will bounce back up to the top of the range. And I do think, I do think ultimately a bullish continuation into 108,000 afterwards is most likely. But it doesn't strike me as that movement and that bullish breakout is most likely at this point of time. All right, so therefore I'd say it's a little bit more likely we're going to push down first, stay within balance, and then from there get that move up. Now obviously, I mean, or I'm not sure if it's obvious, but I'll be ready for the breakout either way. Today we actually do have some fundamentals with China and the US talking again. The New York Open on the Monday is always quite volatile. So who knows? Well, I mean, a lot is possible, of course, but if we go off of everything that we've seen so far after the move up on Thursday, I'm not sure. I think we also still have a little bit of a CME gap to the downside. Yeah, slightly. So yeah, most of the indications that we are getting right now are pointing towards a pullback, a retrace, and then from there a move back up again. But yeah, I'll keep you updated on that. For now, I think that's what's most likely. So thank you for watching. Hopefully it helps. And I'll see you all in my next videos. Bye.